Hey everyone, it's your Admiral here and we are back on the ARK. Now today I'm going to be working on something that I've been talking about for a very long time, and that is to change our little hovel into something a bit more respectable. Now I've been thinking that there isn't really a lot of space to work with. I am going to eventually seal off all of these areas on the outside there, so our actual house is going to have to be confined to a little bit of a smaller area, because when you think about it, once I start adding really big dinos like T-Rexes or maybe even a Giga one day, we're not going to have that much space left over. So I think that our little house is going to have to go up. So I think we're going to have to definitely build up. Now, there is a build that I really love, and it's made by UTC on YouTube. He's really cool. He does these very kind of artsy sort of builds. He's like the Bob Ross of ARK. And it's his garden house that I really want to recreate today. Now, this is not going to be a building tutorial, so I will link the original link down below of the video for the inspiration that I'm taking for this build, so you guys can follow along to that if you want a more of a step-by-step sort of tutorial. So what I'm going to do is start by removing all this crap from the inside the house. I'm going to have to remove all these 3 dodos. I mean, they've been living super comfortably inside the house, and you know, you gotta be kicked out now while I work on the house. Guys, check out the beauty of the Demolition Gun, which is an S+ only item. Now this is super cheap to make. It just costs 1 thatch to build, and all you have to do is point at things and it just removes them like straight away. Like, isn't that awesome, guys? It makes like removing stuff and demolition and things like that so much easier. So oh, there's a female trike jumping around. What are you doing? Oh, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this magical trike that's flying around on the outside of my building? Yeah, you're an unwanted visitor right now, but it's okay. We'll keep her around for a little while. She's very nosy trike. Right, so guys, like I said, I'm going to start removing and taking down this house, the thatch part of it anyway. I'll have to see, like, it's going to be a big pain in the butt to try and remove all these things and move them out. So I'm going to see if I can work around and just keep everything in here and just sort of change the walls a little bit, but we'll see. I'll bring you back once I've done a bit more. Alright you guys, so that was super easy. We're down to the bare bones of the house now, and the best thing about the Demolition Gun, look at my inventory. This is so telling of what I'm like in ARK. I just go around collecting poops, guys. It's my thing. But as you can see there, all of the stuff that I just removed with the Demolition Gun ends up neatly back in your inventory, so you can just put them back, you can reuse them, which is not something that you can do in vanilla ARK, because once you put something down and demolish it, it gets destroyed. Like, you lose half the materials that you used to make it, which kind of sucks. So that's one of the reasons why I think S+ is so cool. Oh no. Yeah, so this gun is a little bit, I mean, it works for the most part, but see how as I'm trying to point at this, it just doesn't really work. And I tried to remove that standing torch and I demolished all of this by accident. So yeah, that's the thing, guys. You need to be a little bit careful. If you're really careful about where you're aiming this thing, it's great. If not, it is terrible. Like this. Alright, so what I've done here, as you can see guys, is I've made our little space a lot bigger. So it was 3x3 initially, and I've just made it 5x5. So I've kept the stone foundations in the middle, and then I've placed wood all around the edge, just kind of like a deck kind of situation. So yeah, so this is how large the house is going to be, and actually it's perfect. I feel like this is actually the perfect size for this little area. Oh, we have another dillo egg. Guys, we've actually gotten so many dillo eggs. It's unbelievable since we've got the oviraptor. Let me just show you. 10 dillo eggs. Isn't that cool? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Yeah, so this is actually really great, because then I can make the kibble to tame the Anki. Even the Paki. I'm pretty sure the Paki, the Anki and the Dodi has like the same kind of kibble. So yeah, dillo eggs are really great, and you guys are doing a great job. Well done. Alright you guys, so this is what I have so far, and this is the basic bones of the building. And one of the cool things about UTC is that he likes to put these foundation or these walls kind of inside out. Now usually when you place them, you'd have this surface on the outside and you'd have this surface on the inside, but I actually agree with him when he thinks that it actually looks so much better the other way around, because I love that kind of feel of logs on the inside. It makes it feel like super cozy and stuff. So guys, if you have S Plus, all you have to do is, normally if you snap it, it'll snap like this, right? So there's the inside, and oop, there's the outside. So you can do this the other way. So let me just take this back and I will show you exactly how to do that. So I'm going to pick that back up. So when you try to replace this wall, all you have to do is press E or whatever your use button is, and then it just reverses it completely. So there you go. So it's super simple. So as long as you put the ground floor like this, the rest of them just kind of go automatically the way that you've placed your first wall on the ground. So it's super simple. Okay guys, so here's how this building works. So we're gonna have basically 3 floors on this building. So I'm thinking we'll do, well, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to store on each level, but I thought that was kind of a neat idea, and we can put like staircases between the levels. So it's just gonna be a small building from down here, but it's gonna be super tall. And the best thing about this is that you can always expand. So if I, like, for some reason totally run out of space and I need tons of space, I just have to keep building more and more levels, and we can have like a skyscraper type build in no time. So yeah, so this one's not like anything super epic or anything, because it is a build made from wood, but wood is actually one of my favorite materials to build with. I just think it looks really rustic and it just looks really nice. So right, so I've just made that a little bit brighter so you can see this a little bit better. So it's 3 by 3 on the inside, so stone on the ground, and I've just put these wooden walls all around the outside edge. This area is full windows, so as you can see, windows all the way up, windows all the way up, and then there's a little bit of a difference here. So I've done a door and then a window on top, and then a door and a window, and then a door and a window, and that's kind of mirrored over here as well. So this is going to be our entrance into the house. So I'm going to keep building up. I'm just going to put walls down in these corners, and then I'll bring you back when that's done. Alright you guys, so this is what it actually looks like right now. So wow, it looks a lot taller from the ground up. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Now I've actually run out of resources again. So this is very intensive on wood, guys. So if you want to make this out of wood, you're definitely going to need some kind of wood gathering dino. I mean, otherwise it's going to take you forever to gather up all the wood. Yeah, so we're super lucky that we have our beavers. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up some more wood so we can finish this off, and then I will bring you guys right back. Look at this, guys. That Bronto over there really likes our taming raft, huh? Gosh, you better not step all over it and destroy it, stupid Bronto. Actually, you guys, I think it's stuck on our taming raft. That is so weird. What level are you, Bronto? Why are you stuck? Oh, it's only level 8. Wow, we are going to have to get rid of you someday. Wow, you're not a very clever Bronto, are you? I mean, I guess what can we expect of Brontos? I mean, look how small their brains are compared to the rest of their body. But yeah, so I've just gathered up an absolute ton of wood. And yeah, so she's totally weighed down. Cassie's like cannot even move. So yeah, so we're gonna head back to our base and we're gonna finish up the rest of our build. Oh, you guys, look at this. How cozy does this look? Oh my goodness. I'm actually so happy that I decided to make this build out of wood. And yep, I forgot to put one extra wall, but never mind. But yeah, so this is what we've done so far. So I've just taken this straight up. It's a super easy build, you guys. You cannot go wrong. And if you really don't like the way this looks on the outside, you could always have the inside kind of the way that it's meant to be, like just the right way around. But to be honest, I really like the way the walls look like this. And it just feels kind of like really cozy, like a log cabin or something. But yeah, so I love it. I cannot wait to finish this off. Okay, you guys, so what I'm actually, whoops, let's just forget that that actually happened. Alright guys, so what I'm actually doing now is making a sort of wraparound balcony made from stone. Now I've placed down these thatch walls on the side just to make sure that everything is sort of aligning properly, because it can be a little bit difficult. So let me just show you. Well, this one's fine. Of course it's fine. But yeah, but there's actually 2 different snap points. See how it's snapping there as well? So you just need to make sure that it's all kind of snapping at the same level. So I'm just going to bring this the whole way around, and you can actually continue to do this on all 3 levels. Okay, you guys, I'm actually running into a bit of a problem here. So as you can see, my character is too tall to go through this door. So I think what I might actually do is, instead of putting these windows down on these floors, I'm just going to replace them all with doors, just so that I can walk through them a little bit easier. Guys, I was just wandering around out there gathering up some thatch, and I spotted a 104 pteranodon, guys. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make some kibble. Now this is how you make the kibble for pteranodon. You need cooked meat, you need dodo eggs, you need fiber, you need rock carrot, meadows, and you need water as well. So one of the annoying things about this is that I'm going to have to keep replenishing my water skins, but I'm going to make up a little bit more kibble, and hopefully it's still there, guys. So I'm going to go back in just a second to see if I can knock it out. I just hurt myself. I'm so excited. We got it, guys. We got it. Okay. I have no idea if this is a safe place at all, but I really hope we can get her. Get him, I mean. Yes, we got it. Awesome. Okay. So let me just quickly get some kibble on it. Cool. I have no idea where we are, guys. We're just gonna have to stay here, and hopefully if something comes, we can take it out. Oh my gosh, guys, we just got a pteranodon. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I was actually super worried because I wasn't really sure where we were right now, and I kind of just knocked it down in the middle of like some random trees. I had no idea where we were, so I kind of just quickly made some campfires. So I thought that, you know, at least if we fly away we could find it again. But we got her. Oh my god, I keep calling it her, but it's actually a he. Wow, our pteranodon is now level 155. Isn't that amazing, guys? Okay, first thing we need to do is put you on passive. I'm going to pick up these campfires and I'm going to head back to base, and then we can find a name for this guy. Aw, look at this, you guys. I just found another little lystro. I think we're definitely going to tame it, guys. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be awesome. We're going to do so much crafting, and it's going to be super cool because you're going to give me so much more XP than you would otherwise. So I'm just going to tame her up quickly and we'll bring her back to base, and then you're going to be an extra little lystro around the base. To be honest, guys, I really don't mind. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care. Hundreds of lystros, guys. Give me all the lystros. They're just so adorable. I just want to have tons around my base. But yeah, so this little lady is going to be tamed up in absolutely no time, and we'll bring her back to base. I keep running out of wood and thatch and stone, but luckily for us, we have a little trike, we've got a beaver, we've got a dodie, so it's actually making the job a lot easier than it would otherwise, guys. So I would recommend, if you're doing any kind of big kind of base building, you definitely need those kind of dinos. They help you out so much. You're so cute. What should we name you? Let's call you Elena. Elena, because I have a little cousin called Elena, and she's really cute and she's really small, just like you, Elena. So she's super sweet. So what we're going to do is let's just turn you off. Yeah, we don't want you on neutral. I don't want you to attack anything, Elena. You're just going to be our little XP giver. So let's bring her back to base. I've just been out on Terra collecting a little bit more thatch and a ton of other junk stuff as well. But yeah, so we're actually coming along quite well on our base. We tamed a pteranodon. Oh my goodness, so much stuff has happened. It looks like our Bronto over here has finally unstuck himself from our taming raft. These Brontos are so annoying, but guys, we definitely have to tame up a Bronto at some stage. They're so cool, and once you build up their little saddle, you can actually get a mobile base that you can travel around with. The only thing with the Brontos is, as you can expect, they are super slow, but you know, they're awesome. Like, look how big they are. And you are super slow, aren't you, Elena? I really want her to walk on the bridge and not in the water in case she gets attacked by stuff like piranha. Well, probably... Oh, okay, she's going straight for the water, right. So we better go as fast as we can then. Come on, Elena. Don't get attacked by piranha. Aw, she's so cute. Okay guys, so now we are back at base with our new level 156 pteranodon. It actually tamed up so fast that I didn't actually get to check what level, what taming effectiveness it was. Like, I was just totally panicking. I was like, oh my gosh, we need to get campfires, we need to protect you, but it tamed before like no time. And is that me getting a level? Awesome. Okay, cool. Now I've just been wondering what I should pump. I just don't know what to do with all my levels now. I think I'll give you just a little bit more movement speed. I like being able to run super fast around the base. Right, okay guys, so what we're going to do, I've been thinking about what we should name you. Now our pteranodon over here, Penny, I've just taken her saddle off. I've kind of been pumping up weight on her so that she can carry a little bit more. So she's at almost 315 weight at the moment. But all the rest of her other stats are not the best. So I'm thinking for you, I want you to be my super speedy, super stamina sort of guy. Yes, he's going to be like our super fast flyer. So I think I'm going to call you Roadrunner. I don't know if some of you guys might be too young to remember this, but there's an old Looney Tunes cartoon that was like the Coyote and the Roadrunner, and I used to love it so much. And the Roadrunner was super fast, and he would just run away from the Coyote every time and not die, not get eaten. And that's exactly what we want our Roadrunner to be. So yes, I'm just going to be looking at pumping up speed and stamina. So let's just get a saddle on you. Cool. Okay, let me just get on you now. Look at Roadrunner. Okay, so he's a bit slow right now, but we're definitely going to pump up speed a little bit so that we can get him up to be super speedy, just like the Roadrunner. But yeah, so isn't that awesome, guys? I'm actually super happy. I was convinced that I was going to lose this pteranodon because I will show you actually where I tamed him. Alright you guys, so our base is actually over there, and I initially saw the 104 pteranodon flying kind of over here when I was gathering up some thatch. So I was like, oh no, so I kind of ran back, got the kibble made up, and then by the time I'd come back, it was like flying over here somewhere and it would not land. I followed around for ages when it just kind of kept swimming over the water, so I decided to kind of give it a few little nips, and it ended up flying over there somewhere, and I kind of lost it in the trees for a while, but then I suddenly spotted it, I knocked it out, and I had no idea where in this huge jungle area it was. I mean, it could have been so bad, but luckily the worst that happened was that like a Pegomastak stole my demo gun. But that's literally the only thing that happened, and he tamed up so fast that I didn't really even have to worry about that. So yeah, so that's where I found my pteranodon, so I'm super happy. Oh my goodness, this is gonna make the rest of our tame so much easier. I keep laughing thinking about that pteranodon, guys. I'm just back out here gathering up some more resources, some more wood and things. I just completely forget to talk sometimes, like when I'm attacking something, and I'm so sorry guys. I will get better at it, I promise, but when I'm like really under pressure or like super focusing on something, I just forget to talk. Guys, I just realized that these two pteranodons look so similar. I mean, look at Penny and look at Roadrunner. He's just like a touch darker maybe, but like you guys are like almost exactly the same. Oh my goodness, yeah. I think we definitely need to look at getting some pteranodons or that look a little bit more different. Alright you guys, welcome back. Now we are on the top of the building right now, on the very top floor, and as you can see I've actually placed down some water tanks. Now what these do is basically collect rainwater whenever it rains. So if you can look there, see how it says 0 of 200 water, not irrigated? That will actually fill up as it rains, and then it will kind of just trickle down if you attach a tap to it. Now the reason that I've chosen the S Plus water tanks in particular is just because they snap, guys. It makes life so much easier. So they literally just snap straight to the center of your roof, and it just makes it so easy. And it's pretty easy to make these water tanks too. I think you just need a little bit of cementing paste. Yeah, you need 30 stone and 5 cementing paste. So super cheap actually to make them. So what I've actually done is put down 4 of these at the top floor, and there's a really cool feature I want to show you about this house, and it's actually the thing that drew me to this build that UTC did, and it's actually the fact that you can actually run piping from the tank all the way down, and you can stick a little water tap down here. And one of the coolest things about S Plus is of course that you can hide the pipes, guys. Oh, if I just look at this the right way. Hold on guys, I'll get it in just a second. There we go. Right, so as you can see guys, it creates this really interesting effect, almost like you've got little potted plants on your deck. What I'm going to do is plant all of my vegetables in here because they actually look pretty cool. They look like they're kind of flowering shrubs or something, and it just gives this really nice effect, like makes it look like a little garden house. So what I can show you is I've actually hidden all the ones on the upper floors. I've placed 12 of them down. So if I can show you, hold on. So we are on the second floor at the moment. So as you can see, I've placed 4 down here, and I've actually placed 4 down on the upper floor as well. So there's 12 in total, like I said, and it just looks really cool. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting some seeds in here. Hopefully we have enough fertilizer. Fingers crossed that we do. And then I'll bring you back once all of that's done. Okay, you guys, so I've brought you back. This is what I have so far. I've put down the 4 water tanks at the top. I've put down all the crop plots. I fertilized them, watered them, so everything's working pretty well. It's rained once since I last talked to you, so they're not full yet, the crop plots, but they will be soon. Now I actually, well, I'm kind of in penny. Now what I was going to say is that I did have initially a little bit of trouble placing these pillars down because they just would not snap to the corners like this. So guys, if you're trying to do this, and this is something that I figured out, you actually, I mean, the best way to do it that I found is actually to make a fence foundation. And guys, what you want to do is place down a similar foundation to the material of your actual floors of your house. So in this case, I've just taken a wood one. I'm just going to place it down here, and then you'll be able to see that the pillars actually snap to the corners. Otherwise, they kind of have these really weird snapping points. They want to snap right in the middle on top of where the crop plot is, and I kind of was wondering what I should do about it, and I was super confused, but I'm actually really glad that I figured it out. So that's pretty much what I've done. So I've done a medium one basically going from this edge all the way up there, and then I've done a small pillar down here, and then you should be able to finish it off with another medium pillar which should just kind of snap over there, which is perfect. So I'm going to do this all the way around, and I think I'm also going to add some railings all the way here just so that we don't end up falling off our deck on the second floor or third floor. That's actually happened quite a few times, guys. I mean, it's super easy to fall off these things. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more, and I'll bring you back. Alright you guys, this is what I have so far, and it's raining, which is like my favorite time in ARK, honestly. And it's not just because you can just drink rainwater, it's because it just feels so nice, and I love the sound of the rain. But anyway guys, so this is what I've done so far. I've put pillars down on all 4 corners. I've started putting the railings. I haven't quite finished, as you can see, so I need to finish that off. But it looks really nice so far. I feel like it's starting to look a little bit more cozy, more like an actual house rather than some weird warehouse. So I think I'm going to finish up doing the railings and then probably start doing the floors of the building. So I want there to be 3 different floors, and once I've done a little bit more, I'll bring you back. I am kind of out of resources again, so I'm going to have to go out on Cassie and get some more wood and stone and stuff. But yeah, so it's been really fun so far, guys, and it's actually been quite a simple build. I've had some areas where I've run into problems, like the thing with the pillars and stuff, but apart from that, it really hasn't taken me that much time to do this, so that is awesome, guys. So I would definitely recommend you check this build out, and I highly recommend it also that you check out the original tutorial, because that's going to be a lot more in-depth than what I'm doing here. Oh, hey Mr. Bronto, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? It's just stuck on the rock, I think. Whoa! Now I'm inside my beaver. Uh-oh. Now there's another cool thing about the beaver that I haven't really talked about, and that's the fact that it doesn't have an oxygen bar. See, if you look there, my oxygen is going down on the very side at the bottom right of the screen. However, my beaver's isn't, which means that they would actually be really cool if you want to spend like a long time underwater. And then there is another cool thing about the beaver that I haven't mentioned before, and that is the fact that it acts as a smithy. So if you guys look here, this is my inventory, this is the beavers. So basically it acts as a mobile smithy, which isn't something that I've mentioned before, but it's actually really handy. So if you're kind of on the go and you need to craft something, you can just use your beaver. And this is one of the reasons why the beaver is like one of my favorite animals in the game. They're just so versatile, and they're super cute. Aren't you, Cassie? Aw, she's like, nope. Alright you guys, welcome back. Now, you guys are probably thinking there's been such a change, and you'd be right. I've actually been working on this for a very long time now. I split up the recording into 2 days just because I really wanted to get all of this done. I didn't really want to, drag it on for episodes and episodes, so I kind of just worked away at it for quite some time. So here's what we have here. I need to kind of give you a grand tour of this place. Now the first and most obvious thing is obviously these Behemoth Gates. I've actually put up 6 of them just to kind of confine it a little bit because I was so sick of stuff just kind of wandering in. And actually guys, that Bronto over there did actually come into the base and it kind of wrecked some stuff. It didn't break anything, but there are a couple of bits and pieces of this building that needs to be repaired after that. Okay, so to bring you back up to speed, what I've actually done is I've encased the entire thing with these railings. I really liked this kind of detail that UTC had mentioned in his build, and that's just like to place these little left and right stone walls on the edges of the wooden walls, and I just feel like it gives it a really, really nice detail. It just gives it more of a textured sort of effect, which I love. Now on the inside, I've just kind of organized stuff, not very well, just kind of what's convenient for me. So I've just put some preserving bins down. I have some fireplaces, and everything is, by the way, S+. I have some storage over here, and I've got some pestle and mortars, and I've kind of been grinding away, trying to make as much narcotics as possible, so that's kind of coming along very well, which is cool. So if you come up here, I made a little spiral staircase over here because I really like the way that they look. It's not the most space efficient way of doing things. I mean, if I wanted to really save space, I could have just put in a hatch frame and a ladder, but I really love the way that these look, and there's just something so kind of rustic about it. So I've left the spiral staircases in. So over here we've got some more storage. I have some more preserving bins over here with nothing in them because I haven't decided what I wanted to put in them yet. And up here, you guys, is where I'm going to be smelting all my iron. And on the very top layer, you guys, if you climb up this ladder, if I can just look at it the right way, I haven't really done much up here. Now this is where the build really differs from UTC's build. He covered off this entire area with glass and stuff, and it looked really, really good. I don't really have the resources to make glass just now, so I've kind of just left it open air, and I love the way this looks. And over in this corner we have our beds, and I've kind of been gathering up some stuff, some secret stuff for the next episode, so you're not going to know much about that until it actually happens. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. The plants are kind of starting to grow now. They're not fully grown yet, they're middlings, but I think once they're a little bit bigger, this entire area will look so much nicer. Now I know this build is not the most technologically amazing, or it's not the biggest, it's not the grandest of scales, but you guys, I actually really, really love the way that it turned out. There's something about it. I mean, I like the way that it combines a kind of this contemporary aesthetic with something a little bit more rustic with all these spiral staircases and things, and I really, really like it. So this is probably one of the biggest things I've ever built in ARK. I tend to kind of stick to smaller builds, and I tend to focus more on taming dinos and things usually when I play this game. So this was kind of a big kind of challenge for me to do the building, and I did kind of suck at it a little bit, guys, but I did it. I pulled it off, which I think is amazing. So the next thing that we need to do really is just to kind of light up this area. It's very, very dark in all these corners, which is kind of a bit creepy. So so yeah, so I think I'll focus on kind of getting some light in this area. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. I think I'm going to finish up for now. It really has been a very long time since I started this project. I hope you guys like this build, and it would be so cool if you guys tried it yourself, because it's just so cool, guys. It's just such a great and functional build. So yeah, I'm very happy that this is what I chose for my base. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I had so much fun, and we managed to pull off this huge build. It's more than I ever thought that I could manage, to be honest. So I'm very, very proud, and you guys, we did it together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until next time, Admiral out!